Hello everybody, my name is Mateo-Tube. Welcome back to another episode of Airport CEO? Farming Simulator 19, and guess what? It's raining. Which means we might have a reduced day today. It's the 8th of spring, and my original plan for today was to do some seeding and spraying. But I don't think we're going to do any spraying today, and the reason for that is, well, because it's raining. So we got the 8RX just here. It's parked sitting in the front here. In the previous episode, if you missed it, we did some seeding. We planted this field right here of corn. And we also did this field right here. So in the previous episode, we were discussing this field right here. Now, originally our intention was to put soybeans in it. We're still going to do soybeans, but we're not going to do it in this field. My final decision that I've made for this field is we're going to do sunflowers in it. Sunflowers sells really nicely at the end of the year. Better than corn does, which kind of makes me regret doing so much corn, but that's okay. Corn will still make us money, and in the end, it's money, and it doesn't really matter. Soybeans, on the other hand, sells really nicely in the winter. Now, that's the reason... that's the reason that I don't really, I'm so sorry. I literally just lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? All right, well, I forgot what I was talking about. We're doing sunflowers in this field because it does nicely in the winter, but we're doing soybeans in the far field, here, because, I don't want too many soybeans. We could do soybeans in both, but I want to store them. You know, I want to store my soybeans, you know, over the winter. And if I have too many, it's going to be really difficult to pull out. And obviously, we're going to be using a grain auger and things like that. And it's going to be very similar to last year. So, you know, soybeans in our far field, corn in this one. And that'll be good. Now it's raining. I'm going to head inside because I'm soaking wet. We're going to talk about some other things because I got some cool things coming to the channel very soon. It might not be too exciting, but I'm excited because I thought about it this morning. And I'm like, oh, it's a great idea. So we're sitting inside the shed here. Believe it or not, this shed is actually quite cozy from the rain. Now that rain no longer goes through the ceilings in the farming simulator world, well, it looks like we might have like a leak somewhere. But overall, it's pretty dry in here. Basically, what I wanted to talk about was FS Story Mode. I'm planning on bringing FS Story Mode back. It's my roleplay series, which is a little bit different than a normal series like this. Basically, it's a farming simulator series, but with characters in it, and a little more story-driven rather than farming-driven. You know what I mean? There's farming in it, but it's a little more story. You know what I mean? It's basically this series with a bunch of characters in it, and I don't know. But yes, I have some ideas for that series, and I kind of want to bring it back. And the rain has stopped, ladies and gentlemen. It is 10 a.m., and it doesn't look like we're going to have any more rain until later today. Probably during the evening, and tomorrow looks like it's going to be pretty rainy going into Thursday. Friday seems to be pretty sunny. Then Saturday there's rain, and then Sunday, Monday seems to be sunny again, which means I think, well, tomorrow's the 9th, right? That means that this is the first day of spring, second day, third day, fourth day. We could probably start doing hay on this Sunday, which is pretty good. I know that where I live, rain would definitely be something all of us farmers would want. It's been very, very dry, and my grandma predicted it. We were all like, oh, my grandma's not, she's not probably wrong on this. She's like, I think we're going to have a drought this year. And, well, I can tell you right now, she's almost right. So, and we didn't think that we were going to have a drought this year, but we're barely getting any rain, and most of the crops that I had planted in my little area died, and people are having a lot of trouble everywhere. We started off with a lot of rain, and then now we have barely any. But it did rain the other day, so that's good. We're going to get in the 8RX, and we're going to start doing some work today. Love this tractor. It's really good. Is it going to lag? Yes, it is. It's going to lag. Actually, the lag isn't too bad. I was watching the video last episode, and the lag wasn't horrible. It really wasn't that bad. But we're going to head off. We're going to start by doing some corn. And then I think what we're going to do is we're obviously going to do the soybeans. And then we're probably going to finish, we're going to do some spraying, I think. I might like to see if I could spray field 27. We have, we don't need to worry about lime. We have this field, which is the most away sprayed, actually, which is not horrible. So we might skip spraying this one. We might spray some of these other fields. Maybe I'll do it off screen or something. But let's head off. We're going to start off with our planting of the sunflowers. Man, that is a mouthful what I was just trying to get out of my mouth there. My goodness, I don't know what's wrong here. But anyways, let's set off. Oh, I hate those. No, shut those off. Oh, I hate the beacons with this tractor. The beacons are just horrible. Alrighty, let's get this thing unfolded here. We can shut off the hazard lights. There we go. Let's back this up a little bit, because we're not really aligned with the field properly. Nobody travels down this road, so this should be fine. Alrighty, so we're getting a head start. What am I even trying to say? We are getting along here with our brand new. Again, I don't know if it's brand new, but it's a planter, and it's getting work done. So I imagine we'll probably be done with this field in like 5 minutes or so. It's such a nice machine to have, but you know what we do during these times. I will see you in a second. Alrighty, we're all done. Let me look at the disaster that happened behind me, where I have all those jagged lines because I was looking at a message that I got sent. I was like, oh yeah, I can totally drive a tractor, and look at a text message I got at the same time. I mean, it's really not that hard. I do it all the time, but it appears that I did miss a few sectors of the field, which could potentially cost us just a little bit of cash. Alrighty, we're going to head off, and we're going to go to our other field. Our sunflowers are officially in, which means we are done with all of the home fields. The home fields have crops in them, and they're growing. Field 27, Field 26 are growing beautifully. You know, when people say that money can't grow out of the ground, well, look at our crop fields. Money is growing out of the ground. Literally. Alrighty, so we're almost there. We have a bunch of crops growing in these fields here, which is really, really nice. It's very good to see your fields productive. And I was looking at an overhead map of a farm in the United Kingdom, and they had a bunch of fields around their house, one very similar to this one. I mean, it was big. That's really the only similarity, and it had some trees around it. But I noticed they had split their field up into like multiple sectors, and I thought, it's cool, they do that in real life, yeah. I found a farm that does it in real life. That's pretty cool. And I know a bunch of farms where I live do it just like this too. So I'm not entirely playing incorrectly. Now we have one little minor issue, and it's this little grass patch here. We might have to replant it. And the reason I'm saying we might have to replant it is because this sowing machine we have is made to not just plant, but also cultivate. So if we go over the grass, we're going to destroy our grass part, and that's going to be a little problematic. So I think what I'm going to do is, here, let's try this. Let me just do something. This will only be a problem on the first way around the field. Obviously, when we do this again, you know, obviously when we do the first headland, it's not going to be an issue anymore, but let's try this out. Or maybe what we could do is we could just mess it up, and then we can fix it with our little cultivator, and, you know, I don't really feel like doing that, though. So this is what we're going to do, all right? We got soybeans. We're putting soybeans here, right? Let me shut that off. I don't want to turn the turn signal. I want to shut that off. There we go. So let's drop this to the ground. Let's just see how far out this thing actually reaches. I'm feeling that that's a little bit too far. Actually, it's not that bad. Probably next year we're just going to do exactly what we did. We're just going to end up splitting the field up again. So I don't think that this is too much of an issue. I mean, as I say, you know, we're just going to cultivate the whole field in. We're probably going to mess up these grass paths. The only reason I have the grass bits is to help me split up the field. So I think we should be okay. Oh yeah, there we go. We're fine. Yeah, we're okay. Let me just not get any closer. That will do just there. We'll go around the field. Imagine it'll probably take us another 5 minutes, and then we're going to end the episode. I don't know if I'm going to have the next episode be a part of this day, or if I'm going to have it be a part of another day. But I do want to get some spraying in. Maybe I'll split this into two days. I don't know, or 2 episodes in this day. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that I might split this day into 2 episodes. So that might be pretty good. We have a guy who's going to be returning the 8RX, so plan this to be the last episode you're ever going to see the 8RX, at least for right now. Who knows? Maybe we'll buy it in the near future, or you'll see it in another series. But the John Deere gave it to us so we could do some planting with it. And, well, we're almost done with planting, so I'm kind of eager to get on with the hay biz and do all that good stuff. But look at that. This field is actually doing quite well right next to us. Hopefully our soybeans can see the same fate. Oh, don't crash into the trees, don't crash into the trees. You crashed into a tree. You just had to do it. As I say, I've got series planned. I don't know. My FS story mode, planning on bringing that thing back. I want to see if Caleb maybe wants to do an episode or something like that. The map I'm planning on bringing in, it's a really big map. The map reminds me of Historical Farming Simulator. If you ever played that game, Historical Farming Simulator was a game that came out maybe 2012. And it took place in like the 1950s. So you can only imagine the type of equipment. But basically, you started off in a map on a farm with animals. It had no fields in it. You had to make all the fields yourself by taking a plow and plowing out a section, and then you take a cultivator, seeds, and I thought that was pretty cool. And this particular map has it almost just like that, which I think is pretty cool. And I think it would be very cool to bring FS Story Mode to that map right there. I'm changing up FS Story Mode a little bit, just for reasons, but I think it'll be pretty cool. I need to do some planning. It'll be pretty cool. My hope is I don't want it to be a normal farming simulator series. So it's a farming simulator series with characters. That's basically why it's FS Story Mode. So farming simulator story mode. Take it as Minecraft to Minecraft story mode, basically. But yeah, I'm excited to get that started. I've been literally I spent probably about 4 hours earlier today setting up for the next episode, which is going to take me probably another 5 hours just to set up because, well, I don't know actually. It might not actually take me that long. It might be a little while longer until I can get the next episode recorded and everything like that, but we'll see. Alrighty, well, we got a headland done, and I'm going to set you off on another time lapse, and then we'll end the episode, and that'll be it for the 8RX. I will see y'all in just a second. Alrighty, we are done. Let's lift this up, let's get it folded, and we're going to return this to the farm for the guy from John Deere who has to go pick it up. What else are we going to do? Maybe we could do some spraying while we're at it. I don't know. Are we going to bother with that? It'd be a third time lapse today. I don't think I'm going to do that. We finished with the 8RX. It is an absolutely beautiful tractor. Look at that. That's actually pretty cool. I imagine this must look really cool at night. Maybe I should do a nighttime shot with this. I don't know. Maybe I'll do that. Is it just me, or am I the only one whose eyes twitch whenever I look at the double warning triangles behind the tractor? I don't know why, but there's something about those warning triangles that whenever I look at them, my eyes get all fuzzy. I don't know why. It's weird. I don't understand that. Oats are coming in. That's actually really good. I'm actually quite a fan of these two fields, and oats are very satisfying when they're in the ground. I don't understand it, but they're cool to look at, the oats. I don't know. Alrighty, let's just park this over here in the front lawn. It'll be gone. You know what I think is cool? If you look down at the little, whatchamacallit, the key. I like how it actually turns when you turn on and off the tractor. That's actually pretty cool. Let's turn off the hazard lights. Our tractor is sliding down the hill, very slowly sliding down the hill. Let's open up this door here. Let's take a step outside. Is it sliding down the hill? Yes, look at that. Very slowly, it's sliding down the hill. Hopefully it doesn't end up in the road. If it ends up in the road, we're going to have a problem. All right. Well, look at it. You know, I don't know. When Millennial Farmer was standing next to this tractor, I just have to say, this tractor is so high up in the air. I've never seen a tractor so high up in the air before. Just the steps and everything like that. I mean, you know, in our comparison to our Deutz, for example, that's like right there. The seat of the 8RX is like up here. That's what I'm trying to say. You know. All right, let's shut this here. And I like how the light turns off. That's just my favorite thing. I love it. This is the 8RX. You can get this tractor off of the Mod Hub if you want, as well as a bunch of other tractors. It comes in a pack, all right? I'll just show you this right now. It comes in a pack of... All 4 of these tractors right here come in with the 8RX. So you've got a bunch of different cool machines. This is the tractor we used in the previous episode. Let's go enjoy watching the oats grow, because there's something about the oats popping up that just is really satisfying. And I don't know. Maybe it's because this field is so full, you know? And it's right next to, like, a tree line here, right? So it kind of looks like we filled up every last little space of this. And there's some dead weeds here. Interesting. Man, you know, I don't know. There's something about this corner here. Like, it's so good. I love the oats in this game. It's just the texture for them and everything is amazing. Hay equipment is just chilling, waiting for the day that it can finally be used. Meanwhile, the 8RX is sitting on the front lawn waiting to be returned to John Deere. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Farming Simulator, ladies and gentlemen. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. See you later. Peace!